So I took the bar on Wednesday and Thursday in New York. And I also took the bar on Friday in New Jersey. And the reason why I did that is because it was given on Friday. But Jersey was convenient because it's right next to New York, and I could envision, practicing law in New Jersey. So I took it, but I didn't study for it because I didn't want to take away any of the study time that I allocated to New York because I had to pass New York. So I drove to New Jersey on Thursday night, stayed in a hotel about a mile from the testing facility, got up at 6 in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier, started studying environmental law because somebody told me environmental is a big deal in Jersey and they like testing it. Took the bar exam and got notified by New Jersey Bar that they're not grading my paper because I scored so high in the multi-state in New York that they waived it. So I didn't even know that existed, but it did. So in fact, I even called the Bar Association. I said, there must be some mistake because you're not grading my paper. What's going on? And it was like in the code. It didn't actually come out and say what it was, but that's the bottom line of what that letter said, is that I scored in this crazy category in New York on the multi-state exam, and so they're not grading it. So I passed New York on the first time around. I passed New Jersey on the first time around. But even before I knew I passed, after I took the bar on Friday in New Jersey, that next Monday I went to my group manager and I said, hey, George, I'm leaving. And he got really upset because I just took 2 months off and he was counting on me coming back to do some work, and I was one of the more productive agents in what we called the Brooklyn district, which was Staten Island to Montauk Point. And he says, you don't even know if you passed. And I looked him square in the eye and I said, George, I passed. Because I knew I did the work, I didn't mess around. I left and I went to work for a very large, very prominent, preeminent personal injury mass tort firm in Manhattan. And that's where I cut my teeth on the law, that's where I cut my teeth on mass torts, that's where I cut my teeth on personal injury. And from there, the next year, I left that firm and went with one of the partners who was at the firm, because he started his own law firm, and I went there with him. And I worked there for about 7 years before we started Parker & Wakeman in the basement of my house.